Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new playthrough of Frostpunk. If you have been watching my channel, you may have caught me playing this game live, where we were doing the A New Home scenario, and it was my first time playing, and I did so badly. I haven't played the final live stream episode yet, but I am certain a lot of my people are going to die, and I have been so enjoying the game and playing so much in my free time that I want to I want to keep playing. I'm going to be playing anyway, so I figured I would make a recorded series and share that with you on one of the alternate scenarios. And there are two guys. They are very, very different. This is the Arcs, where you are tasked with protecting a bunch of plants in some greenhouses, and doing so with a very small population and making a lot of automatons. My favorite scenario is this one, the Refugees, and this is the one we're going to be playing. If this goes well, I will keep it going. I'm so enjoying the game. This, guys, this is the definition of a 5 more minutes game. You keep wanting to stop playing, and you can never stop. Just 5 more minutes. Just let me do this. Just let me do that. And I so am enjoying myself. It's so worth the bang for your buck. If you pick this game up, I highly recommend it. So let's dive into the refugee scenario. I have learned a lot. I will hopefully be doing a better job. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to click the like button. And if you enjoy the series, be sure to let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see. You know what? Let's go ahead and get started here. Customized scenario, you can choose your difficulty. Medium has been very, very tough. It's a really good balance. I don't know what easy is like. I don't know what hard is like, but medium is really fun. So let's get into this refugee scenario. Refugees. We were condemned to die, good start, with the rest of the common folk when London was destroyed. But we rose up, baby! We commandeered the ships that were meant to carry the wealthy to safety, and we sailed north. Suck it, rich people. Here we found a generator and claimed it for ourselves. We must gather all of our people in this new city before the lords arrive to rob us of our freedom again. Very different scenario, guys. Instead of a coming storm that is an actual storm, you have a coming storm of refugees. Floods of people hitting you. First, they're your people, and then they are the enemy. Or, it's up to you. Do you let them in? Do you make the lords part of your community? Or do you say, get the hell out, this is our place? So this is what we start with, guys. It is a it is a pretty different setup to before. You start with a big pile of coal, and that is about it. So my first step, okay, save our people. After the ships we stole from the lords got stuck in the frozen ocean, we headed out in small groups towards the generator. Most of our people are still on the trail. They have less than 2 weeks of supplies, and the weather is getting worse every day. We must do everything we can to make sure they all get here safely. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit pause. Step 1. Laws. I tend to like to pass emergency shift and extended shift right out of the bat, and that builds up a little discontent. But if you get people housed early on, you can make the most of it. So what we're going to do is put workers, 15 on that, workers, 15 on that. We're going to put some engineers to work on this, and let's go. And one thing I'm going to do, guys, is cut out the boring stuff. So, hopefully you don't mind. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting for, yeah, I'll just play, and I'll make sure that this playthrough includes the fun, exciting bits and any bits of advice I have for you along the way. What we got here, guys, coal piles here and here, as well as here. We have wood piles times 4, steel here, and then up here, and then a couple of things that contain... Okay, night is coming. So this is the point where I rock 24-hour shifts. So we got 15 on that. We got, you know what, I won't 24-hour that. Let's 24-hour this. And no roof over our heads. I will provide shelter for everybody, I promise. And you know what, let's 20... No, I got enough to provide shelter for everyone already. So let's go ahead and turn on the heat, and that will be our first act as captain. That's what they call you, not mayor. And I think 5 is enough for our initial crew. And then what I'm going to do, guys, with the steel and the wood I get out of this, I'm going to set up I should set up some basic medical stuff. I should set up a cookhouse. I should set up some basic research. I should build some gathering posts. We'll kind of figure it out as we go. I don't want to make any drastic mistakes. Wisdom of the crowd. Perfect. So as soon as these are built, we should get a boon to hope and a drop in discontent. So, you know, do we emergency shift this? I don't know. You know what? Let's not emergency shift that until we can put a full workforce on it. And we'll go ahead and send those workers out here to assist with the steel, which is on 24 hours as well. Come morning, we should have a pretty solid supply of things. Alright guys, time to pass a second law. I usually go straight to extended shift from here. I think that's usually a good idea. But what? There is a... okay, let's pause. There is something down the path here. I think if you go neighborhood watch, you go guard towers, and then you go foreman. That is incredibly useful, and I think would be helpful to have early on. That is through the order path. And in our live playthrough, we did the path of faith, where you use the church and the faith militant. I think with this one, we may go the path of order and discipline in order to keep these people in line. So let's give that a try. Oh, you need to build 2 watchtowers. I'm not ready for that. So you know what? Let's go here, and we will pass the... We'll just be smart. We'll pass the extended shift one. We're probably going to get our first death on the job. We will find out. And we will be working our way up to the beacon, but we might have to wait for the second group of people to come through because you don't get very many engineers to start with in this scenario. So, here we go. And one bit of advice, guys, in the early stages, just kill that Jenny during the day. Let it run out, and we will have shelter for everyone very shortly here. Now, I've got my first sick people, so I think one of my first acts should be to get a medical post going. And I'm going to keep that on the inner circle because we haven't researched heaters yet. And, okay. And we cleared overnight. We cleared that first steel pile. And now we're going to max out people on this. The first coal pile over here. Or, sorry, the first wood pile. And I'm going to get people doing some more building. Because I know we got more people on the way. So if we go... let me see here. And we should probably do food... Okay, shelter promise fulfilled. Hope up, discontent down. We start with a small supply of food, so I think I will rely on that, and we'll go ahead and throw a cookhouse. Just to start, we're going to throw it on this inner circle here, and eventually we'll move it out because it kind of messes up the circular shape of your city. But the cookhouse will start converting some of this raw food into rations, and we got some engineers to be put to work there. And here you go. Here's that first crowd of people. We got to start building some more houses. Now, this is a group of all workers, if memory serves, right? So, let me see what we got. First refugees. So, I don't have any extra engineers. No, I do not. Okay, so let's go ahead and do people housing. And we should have enough housing here. If we go 1... And you know what? Let's clear out some of this road here that is going to get in our way of a perfect circle. And housing. I don't need this second house yet, but that'll do. We got more people coming soon, so. Alright, and we got people working in this. Beautiful, and we should really get going after this on a couple of the research stations, workshops. So these, the layout of the city is something that's really important. By the time we're done, guys, this city is going to be 3 concentric circles of housing because our population is going to spike into the hundreds. It's going to be pretty wild, like high hundreds. I think 400, 500, 600, if depending on how we play through this thing. All right, so we only have 3 sick. I don't think I'm going to need 5 doctors. Alright, generator is down. Let's go ahead and fire this up. And we're going to throw a 24-hour shift on this. The people are not going to like it, but it's going to clear that wood pile. We need the beacon. Don't worry, I'm already building the stuff we need for the beacon. Why did I build that wrong? Hold on. Oh, crap. It's not permanent. Shoot. So, I messed up the perfect circles a little bit, but what are you going to do? We'll sort that out. We'll sort that out after. Like I said, the second row is going to be eventually full of houses around this generator as we expand the range. And I got people that need to be put to work. So what we are going to do is get going on tech resources. Okay. And the next batch of... You know what? Let's put a batch of people out here to work on this. And let's rock another 24-hour circle. 24-hour clock. Yeah, do it. Alright, we'll put a few of our engineers to work here. I have 3 6, so I think 2 doctors is plenty. And we'll get ready to throw the other 3 right on this thing. Perfect. And I think... Okay, you can introduce a new law. We've already done these 2. I haven't had a death yet. Usually once you get your first death, you gotta go that way. I think I'm probably in a position... No, you know what? We go child shelters and then some engineering apprentices, which buffs your engineering speed. I think that'll be wise. So, I have to build a child shelter, but once you pass the next law, it's pretty pointless. So I'll throw one up for now, and then we'll come get rid of it in a little bit here. Alright, all is well, guys. We're doing well. So we should have a second supply of people coming soon. We got to get researching for tomorrow on the beacon, which is this right here. So let's go ahead and lock that in. That's why I got gathering steel right out of the gate. We're going 24 hours on that. We get people working over here on a 24-hour, and everybody's put to work. Beautiful. I'll be back with you guys in the morning. Alright guys, morning it is. My people have cleared out this pile right here. So what we're going to go do and get rolling for them are the resource depots. And this will help them. That weather is about to turn cold. This will help with gathering when the weather turns super cold. And I need to find a spot to stash this. That is going to be close enough, I think, to get all 3 of those. So let's go ahead. Oh, no, not research depot. Sorry, hold on. Cancel. That is the wrong thing. Remove that. Gathering post. That is what you want for the cold weather. So let's go ahead and see if I can sneak one of those in here. I can. That's impressive. Okay, I didn't think I could sneak one in there. And we'll drop one right out here by the coal, because we started with a decent coal supply, but it's not going to last us forever. So let's go ahead and drop a road in on this. And I think we'll have to do a... Yeah, something like this. And we'll drop one more of those gathering posts out here, because we should have a supply of people coming pretty soon. We should. So we have gotten to a point now where the raw food supply we have started with has run out. So we need to go ahead and stash some hunters posts. Now, yeah. Now, the goal with these in the early stage of the game, keep them to the edges. They do not need heat. And hopefully I'm teaching a few tricks along the way here. I have no idea what you already know about the game. So let's stash that there. I've gotten some real tips while live streaming, so it was a good game to get my feet wet live streaming, and then hopefully all my practice now I will have learned. So I have 5 people out here on the steel pile, 5 people out here on the coal. I have 10 people out here on this one. I have 1 fully manned workshop about to finish researching the beacon, and I got 3 doctors looking after 5 sick people, and we'll see. Is there anyone about to leave here? Okay, so these couple of people are gonna be waiting. A note of thanks. We just want to thank you. Back in London, it was only the wealthy that didn't have to send their kids to work. In this new world you're creating, we can see things will be different. Well, the kids are about to get to work, but not doing crappy jobs. They're going to get to work as engineers apprentices. They will be learning on the job. Now, you could do medical apprentices, guys. That's a legit option too, I think, because you deal with a lot of waves of people, and then towards the end of the game, they are all sick people. The lords, when the lords come to you, they are a fricked up mess. But I think the engineer's apprentices is good. I want to make sure I get rolling early and often on this here. So let's go ahead and pass that law that I just mentioned, and we'll go engineer apprentice, get signed. Luckily, no deaths. Otherwise, I would have had to waste one of these laws on a cemetery early on here. Right, it's time for the children to start earning their keep too. A wise decision. Little hands can do a lot of good. Agreed. Simon, Elton. Okay. Alright guys, so let's fast forward. We should be getting another crowd of people soon. We should be researching a balloon any second. Okay. And so now I was going to put my 10 people to work doing that. I think maybe I put my 10 people to work as scouts and we wait for the next batch of people to go. So the scout thing, guys, you never move this, and you want to make sure that you stash it somewhere where it's not going to be in the way. So I try and find a spot on the edge of town. This also does not need to be central. It's cool looking a item as it is, and we're going to need a bit. Oh no, I've got the wood. It's cool looking a thing as it is. Let's do that. It's sort of a hot air balloon okay. Speaking of, let's make sure that we're rolling on the wood. Ooh, this one probably makes sense. 7 hours. Yeah, let's get the sawmill rolling next, and I'll stash one right out here by the hot air balloon. Okay, and here comes a group of survivors. Another group arrives. Our brothers and sisters has joined us. They are relieved to finally see us and our city. Here we can be free at last. In London we had to toil like slaves for a piece of bread. Just wait till you see what kind of work I put you fools in. Ain't nobody even hunting in this town. We're going to be starving soon. Okay, so with that crowd of people, guys, that one brings us engineers and workers. So we're going to put the 10 workers out here as hunters. We're going to put the engineers to work. We're going to put 5 here. And what have I already got? I think we'll do 2 more there, and I'll get rolling on that 3rd research station. Oh, somebody's whining. Shut up down there. Alright, and it's not going to be fully stocked, but let's get those hunters going. And in fact, I could fully stock it if we take a look at our generator in its current state. Yeah, we're just barely keeping up. I'm going to leave things as is. Okay, so the beacon is built. We are no longer blind. From now on, we'll be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us. The lands of always winter, aka the Frostlands. So we got our first scout team, guys. Their first task can be to go meet these people, 10 engineers and 10 children, and hurry them back to the city or make their way out to this abandoned camp for resources. I might as well go ahead and get this first group back. So let's go ahead and make our first scout team. We need to stockpile some wood first, so let's get working on that. Let's go ahead and throw a round-the-clock shift on these guys right here. And you know what? Extended shift for tomorrow on you guys. And turn this on, and extended shift tomorrow. After the sawmill, we got a lot more to research, so just keeping up with coal demand, even with this cold temperature. I should turn this off during the day, remind me. You can't remind me, this isn't live, what am I talking about? And we've almost got all the sick dealt with. I think there was one more person about to be discharged. 9 hours. Okay, well you gonna be waiting there, Simon. Oh, Simon, I remember him. He's a very positive fellow. One of our people died. Death of overwork and emergency shifts. No thanks. Okay, do we end the emergency shifts? I only have one thing on a 24-hour go right now, so it doesn't hurt too much. Let's do that then. And open the book of laws. Next thing we pass will be the cemetery law. Alright, so we got people working out here. So that dang it. Wasting my time. So we could take the same people and put them directly to work on this wood pile overnight. Now, you know what? It's almost morning. Just got extended shift on this, maybe? Extend it. 6 a.m. Get to work. And we got no workers, so I think you need to keep somebody here to dole out the food. But we can take that person and we can put them to work on steel, coal. Let's put 1, 2 on coal. And did we make that scout team? Alright guys, let's go ahead and send our first scout team out. And they're a little bit late, but we can click on them and send them to our people. Dive on in. That leaves us with a few extra workers. I should make sure we're getting a little ahead there. How many people I have on this? Just 1, but let's make it an engineer. That can't hurt. And then out here, 10 out of 10. Okay, perfect. And these are both fully stocked. Perfect. We need the next research. We probably need... Oh, that's not a bad one. Let's do that. That'll make the most of these gathering posts. And that means we can get rolling on a sawmill. It does not take long. We already got the resources for it. So I'll try and find a spot here where I'm not going to ruin any of the resource. That looks like a good spot. We're going to need a bit more wood to come our way so that we can build a road out to it. Okay, perfect. Sawmill rolling. And we got people now only 8 hours away. It'll be engineers. We could send all 10 of them to the sawmill if we wanted to. Scouts have returned. Okay, perfect. So let's, before we do anything, take our scouts and we can go meet this crew, which is 15 workers. I don't think I'm in a hurry to get those 15 workers back. Let's go ahead and zip out to the abandoned camp. We'll probably find some resources out there we can bring back. And here comes a group, the missing children. Several families have reached. Unfortunately, some of their children got lost near Trail Bend. They are distraught and beg you. Okay, so that is urgent. So why don't we go to the map and I will cancel those orders. And instead, where is Trail Bend? It's not even on my map. Okay, well maybe it's these people? No? Trail Bend. Must be out this way. This is where everybody's coming from. So let's go try and meet those people. We can call in audible at the last minute there. Okay, there. Rescue the people from Trail Bend. You just had to wait a little longer. Okay, perfect. And we can detour off, meet the kids at Trail Bend. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and we need to put some people to work on the sawmill. I say throw engineers out there for now. And I want to get building our third research station. And I'll find some more engineers to work it here in a minute. Forgot to turn the generator off again. Okay, so here's our thing, guys. We now got homeless people. This is a problem for us. We're going to clear this cookhouse out, and we're going to put people in there. And I think we're going to have to run a 24-hour out here on the sawmill. Get that wood rolling in. Yes, perfect. And we go people. Housing 1, 2. In a perfect circle, we can come back and pop that. Replace that with that. How many is that? 17. That's going to do the job. So we'll just make a new cookhouse as soon as we get the wood supplies. So those emergency shifts, extended shifts, are very essential in this early stage of the game. So this building is going to be pretty cold when we hit -40. Add a new research. We're going to go with food and shelter, hunter gear. Let's go with the heaters. That will keep the workplaces running. Keep our people from getting too sick. Alright guys, so we have had our first death. Time to pass the cemetery law. Now you also have corpse disposal. I have never gone this path. This just seems like the better choice. Interesting to see where things can go down here. Organ transplants. I don't know if it branches further off that into eating the dead. And we go people cemetery. Now this is another one of those things I like to make sure is hidden away where it will not be causing trouble. Not adjacent to street. So right back here. This is about perfect. Because it is something you will never move. If you move it, all your here lies, whoever, they no longer lie there. So not something you want to move and something you want to keep out of the way. If you place it on the inner circle and all of a sudden you need to get rid of that to make room for a house, like I'm going to be doing with my this medical post at some point soon. By the way, we got 3 of these running now. All on extended shift. So as soon as we hit 8 a.m., 6 a.m., these should start working towards better heaters. And then our next thing is generator range, because we have another 15 people coming in. I can't fit that many more people on the circle. Okay, and at least 15. We're going to be coming back with how many children? Lost and found. escort the refugees to the city. So 4 engineers, 15 children. Let's bring them back. So they are a shallow depression by the Bend shelters a group of our people. Their supplies fell into an ice crevasse and they made a camp here to wait for help. The lost children wandered into the camp a few days ago. They're lucky we found them before they all starved. So we can escort them back, which means we can't continue on to Ruined Warehouse. But when it's a group of children, I think that's all a man can do, is be a true gentleman and get those kids home safe. All right. So we need to extend a road out here. Perfect. And we'll be coming back. That'll be 87 humans. So the next thing we research after the heaters has got to be Tier 2 generator range expansion. That's the only thing we can do. Okay. Add new research. Let's go ahead and go drawing boards. Upgrade. And generator range is basically going to extend an extra circle of stuff. So that means that we can get going right away on a round of tents. Now, the second row is going to be a little out of whack. It's going to get funky. It's going to end up being all houses originally, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, here come the kids and those people. Now let's go check in. Should we bring these people back? Ruined warehouse, abandoned camp. What was this? 15 adults. Let's go out here. Let's get this rolling. And I think when we get back, we're going to have to put those adults to work as hunters. I'm trying to make housing for as many people as I can here. We'll have generator range 2 at some point here. And then maybe I throw down another hunter hut. Alright, drawing boards researched, incoming. Missing children found. Oh, I knew that already. And drawing boards researched. That means we can head down here, and there should be enough time left in the day to do generator range upgrade 1. Dang, we gotta wait on those supplies. 4 p.m. What are we gonna run down to? 8 p.m. Okay, so we may not get that done tonight. That's alright. The cold weather's another day away. Okay, and what do we got here? The people are hungry. Let's feed them. 3 days to feed everybody. So this one I tend to opt to... You'll have 3 days to feed everybody. I think I tend to opt to just deal with the discontent from that. Because I can't promise I'm going to feed everybody. Sometimes you can have your city full of food and rations and it still doesn't feed everybody. Cemetery established. Hope rises. Alright, time to pass a new law, guys. There is nothing urgent on this list. There are a lot of little things we can do, but I think this is probably a good time to hop in and get started on either order or faith. And I think I'm going to attempt to work my way down to that foreman. Neighborhood watch means establish a couple of guard stations.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
And I don't know if we have the resources to be doing this right now. You know what, we're going to wait on that, because we want to get the research going first thing in the morning. Okay, research is coming. 6 a.m. right around the corner. So if we go research and generator range upgrade, boom. And I think I'm going to put one of these stations on a 24-hour. Let's take it off this, just to ease up a little bit on that. We'll drop this on them, and we should really get going more medical, because... these people are struggling. Alright, and here's 5 a.m. Alright, so people are a little unhappy with me, as you can tell. To hell with the captain. Alright, so the captain's shutting down the Jenny for the day, folks. Alright, Jenny range upgraded. So, come tomorrow we will have room to do that. I think it's time now to slam dunk in some more tents. Now, this is where you begin to run into issues where if you haven't planned your city out properly, you're going to want to rearrange some things. While we're doing this, let's take a look. Add new research, generator power, steam hub, exploration, a second scout team. I think that's probably wise. They can start bringing in resources for us. The sawmill upgrade is wise at this point, as is the steelworks, the wall drill, coal mining, medical post upgrade, 10% faster healing. You know what? We're going to do hunter's gear. We got a decent amount of the population put to work there, and we will because it's workers coming in next, so they can. There's not too many jobs they can be put to work doing. Alright, scouts have arrived at the ruined warehouse. We got some food, we got some wood. Now, they could escort people back. It's 2 groups of workers, I think. Odd. I was hoping that we'd be able to continue exploring from this point, but not yet. I think maybe once the next group arrives, so let's send them back to Trail Bend. They're 4 hours, 40 minutes away, so maybe when this group arrives, we get opened up a new thing. That often happens. The groups of refugees will say, hey, on our way down, we saw whatever, A, B, or C. And we could definitely use the people now, so. Add new research. We got the hunter's gear. Let's go ahead and do resources. Sawmill upgrade. That's one we're using right now. Alright guys, now one of the benefits of turning the generator off is once in a while, as soon as nighttime hits, they'll go, hey Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperatures. And you can go, yeah, no problem. Let's heat all the homes. So I just promised to heat all the homes, didn't I? Oh, I didn't. Let's heat all the homes. And now I fire this up. Once they are heated, they need to stay heated for 2 days, so keep an eye on the bad weather is coming. It means I might need to go into overdrive there. Okay, so secure at least livable conditions in the homes. Alright, so that means I really need to do generator power. Oh no, there we go. So before that cold hits, I'm going to need to rock overdrive and keep it for part of a day, unless I can get generator power upgraded. So, first supply of people incoming over here. Another group arrives, and did they tell us anything? Where should I send these scouts? I guess we just meet up with this group of people and bring them home. So, scouts on their way to meet up, and we have 15 new workers. I think we try and spread them out a little bit. Alright, that was a sawmill upgrade, and because I have one of these on a 24-hour, we can kind of keep pushing along here, guys. Coal mining is a good one, but we don't need it yet. Medical post upgrade would be a good one. Second scout team. That will be useful. Not really something I can spare right now. You know what? Let's abort that. That can wait. That can wait. That can wait. And we can go heating. And we can go generator power upgrade. Let's get that rolling. That way we don't have to crank overdrive. Yeah. We're doing well, guys. Don't worry. Alright guys, now let's take some time and build and man watchtowers. So these have a similar effect to fighting pits and other things. You want to place them in the proximity where they're going to capture a lot of homes. I would get 5 there. That will work. And then I would get... I'm going to eventually have to build more housing out here. You know what, for now, let's plop it on the inner circle here. I plan on eventually taking these out. And then we have to man them. So I'm going to put 1 person in each when they are eventually ready. Okay, so with that cold spell coming, guys, I'm going to crank us into overdrive. That will keep these warm even when the cold weather drops on us. And you can see, actually, I have to activate. We've got heaters here to activate. Some of these, this will help make it a little bit easier for the gathering posts out here to not get too cold. Ooh, interesting. That one catches a bit of the inner circle, and so therefore warms up. And sawmill should warm up too. Sometimes you don't see it, but I think it's a good thing to have on. Yeah, we're doing well. Let's kill this. Okay, so now we have to put 1 person on this, 1 person on this. Watchtower's built, and if I had not cranked that overdrive, guys, we would have failed on that promise to heat all the homes. Right now we're maintaining livable conditions, so that is good. And then I won't have to keep overdrive going for what's left. 1 day, 12 hours. I don't think you can keep overdrive. I think I can do maybe 24 hours max on overdrive, but currently researching this generator power upgrade 2. Now when that happens, I need to, once I hit generator power 2, I definitely need to get rolling on coal. So that'll be the next thing I research, is a coal plant. Yeah, That's what I want to do. So building one uses the steam cores. We've got one on us, and I think a scout team can go out and find some more for us, hopefully. So you see, there you go, generator power 2 has hit, which means I can turn off overdrive, right? We'll wait for everything to go red in here. There you go. Scouts number 1 back, which means I can kill the overdrive like so. Perfect, and everything stays lit up. But you can see the countdown, 15 hours of coal and counting. So we are going to put max number of people on this. Let's go ahead and check in. Another group arrives. Another group arrives, and we've got scouts to send out into the world. Ready? Go. Go see what you can find, fellas. Alright, and I think maybe we max out this as well. We will generate the whatchamacallits from this out here, from gathering out here. Sorry, I'm not good at English. We will generate steam cores eventually by grinding away here. What does it say? We get 0.0 per hour. Still says that. So I'm gonna take those extra workers. I'm gonna throw them to work on. We're actually okay for food right now. Yeah, I say okay. Put them on this. Keep them grinding. Okay, and we got both these towers manned. We do maintain your livable conditions, and okay, all right. Time to pass Book of Laws. Once again, nothing urgent over here. I could do funerals. I could do the Sustain Life Radical Treatment. I could do soup to feed our people better, fighting arena to make them happier, but I think the thing that I want is efficiency, and the only way to manage that is order and fricked up discipline. So let's see what we got down here. So beyond this, you get guard stations. What do I see there? There's foreman. So that's the one I want to do. This costs you nothing. We'll rock the morning gathering. This just means people gather in the mornings, like in a communist country. You do your morning calisthenics by the generator. It'll be good to meet with everyone each morning. We could use a reminder of what we're fighting for each day. Yes, yes, your captain is wise. He knows all. We're going to make sure this is fully stocked, this cookhouse. We haven't needed that, but we now have more raw food than we do. We actually have raw food to process. This is maxed out. I could put people to work individually on these coal piles to help keep the coal coming in, but we are researching what we need to. Okay, neighborhood watch. Sir, a child climbed the generator, slipped, and fell. Thankfully was caught by a neighborhood watch member. I'm glad it ended well. Beautiful. And we have more research to do. Before we do that, let's make sure we spend our resources on the coal mine. Alright guys, and this is our first steam core used. So we have just used our first one. They are a necessary component in advanced technology. We cannot manufacture them, so let's hope our scouts find them during our expedition. Now when I did this scenario earlier, I had a ton of them. Eventually they come in handy. If you guys take a look at the research, that's not research, I was right on it. If you take a look at the research here, you can use steam cores in the wall drill. Not in your basic steelworks, but in this advanced version, not in your basic sawmill, but in the advanced version. And then over here, exploration, you make the factory, you can turn those into automatons, or which it's not super useful in this scenario because you end up having so many people, it's silly. And then over here, you sometimes need them to keep your generator from exploding, and then over here, you use them in the hothouse and in the infirmary. So a high-end food production and a high-end medical facility. What do we research next? I think more scouts. Let's get them. Let's get out and explore in those plains. I think it's time for that. I don't really have the extra people, but what are you going to do? Alright, and then how much coal is left at this facility? So we ought to keep people working on it, but we really ought to put some people to work right here too. Alright, so what we are going to do here, guys, take everybody off this post gathering the coal, and we're going to send them all out here to this station, the new coal mine. We're going to make sure the heaters are on, and we're going to put it immediately on a 24-hour shift. discontent goes up, so what? So what? So what? You think I care? And we got some extra workers. Where to put them? Let's put them out here for now. Alright, scouts, steel and wood. We found scraps from a diary. Today we finished building the generator for the Lords. Now at least we can set out for London to bring our families here to safety. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what that means. So we got Hanged Man Hill, and Cracked Ice. Let's go Hangman Hill, and let's see what secrets are waiting out there. Go to the city, and we'll get that second scout team going here for tomorrow. And okay, we are no longer losing coal, which is excellent. Alright guys, as morning rolls around, I am going to shut the generator right off. Oh! Whoops. Whoops. I was not done yet. Whoops. Well, I turn it right back on. How did everything get so cold already? I'm not... Whoops. Dang it. That heating the houses thing, that is a big one. Hope falls, discontent rises. That's alright. So we have now done morning gathering. I want to research this. Foreman. I think this is a wise choice for us to do. I was just trying to save some coal. What an idiot I am. It's still on Steam level 2, seriously. You should give me a second to recover from that. Alright, generator is shutting down. We got new laws to pass. Crap. Crap. Okay, so we did the extra, okay. So let's go ahead and get steelworks going next. That is probably the wisest choice. Yeah, I think so. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so it is morning. We have the wood supply, so we need to find 4 workers. I'm going to steal them from here. 5, sorry. 5 workers, and we are going to establish a second scout team. One more. Right here. And we will establish that second scout team. They are going to go meet our people. That's a lot of children. I think I can wait. Let's head for Cracked Ice out here. And we'll see what's out here. Sometimes these are gateways to further exploration. Sometimes these are super useful and you get resources from them. But if you don't get moving out there, guys, you miss the chance to go find people to grow your population. And you miss resources for sure. Okay, steelworks researched. Now that is something we can put to work out here. Now, I don't have the people to work it yet, but we might as well get it built. And now I'm regretting. You know what? Oh, here we go. Scout team. I'm wondering, you know what? Hold on. Let's change these guys, and we'll send them for these people so that we get the workers for all this stuff, and we'll head out to Hangman Hill here and explore it. The Engineer's Curse. The chest we found contains an engineer's tools and a death note. You lured me here with promises. You kept me in the dark. You told my wife I died. You're beyond contempt. I hope you enjoy my farewell gift. It seems that the people it was intended for never read the note, and we can only hope that we don't become the recipients of whatever gift he left for them. Bury the poor man with his tools, or take that steam core. Alright, now that steam core, guys, would allow us to build a second power plant. I think, as much as my instinct is to keep exploring, that we head home. Maybe we hit empty shelter? No, let's head straight home. And we will continue the exploration as we go. I want to get that steam core back in the city, and whence it had... God, talking some old-timey nonsense. Once it is, we'll use it for this, either another coal mine, or we'll use it for the wall drill, which is like an advanced wood collection thing. So I think those, either or both of those make sense. The bunkhouse, all this stuff can wait. Let's get the wall drill going. Let's get these people employed. And once I get people back here, guys, I'm feeling good about things. Okay, so we need heaters on this medical facility. I think what I would like to do is get some medical facilities, some new medical facilities going on the outer rim of things. So not adjacent to a street, I know that. Let's go here. Oh. And here. And I guess I'm building off this as my center line here. So things will eventually get out of whack. We need to slap roads in here. And once those are done, I'm going to dismantle this over here. And this one here, and we'll replace it with an inner house. Okay, time to get this generator going again. It's minus 40, so I think we gotta go steam level 2. Keep people from getting sick overnight. Okay, so we have found steam cores by completing the gathering out here, which is excellent. All right, that is a good thing. That means we can continue our expansion. Once again, I don't have the people. I didn't think I needed the people so badly, but we can go ahead and do another coal mine out here. And while we have the resources, I guess we might as well go ahead and slap these things in. We'll find the workers for them here eventually. Alright, and a wall drill research. That is once again a... where does this thing go? It goes right here. So this drills into the wall and it gathers like petrified wood, I guess. I don't know how it's supposed to work, but it's pretty fantastic. And we will go ahead and make sure that that is connected via a road. Right, perfect. And is there anything left out at this gathering post? There isn't. So let's dismantle this gathering post and boom, we will have recovered some workers. I say we put them to work. Put them to work. Yeah, let's finish up this coal pile. Clear room. We'll make room for people. Add new research. Let's go ahead and do a... medical post upgrade. That's probably going to be useful. I got a decent number of sick people. Alright guys, so those new medical facilities are set up. I'm going to dismantle this old one, make room for some of the new people coming into our city. Alright, and we are back with another steam core, although I am not ready to use them, I don't think. I think I've gone nuts, and we built 2 coal mines, don't have the people to man them, 2 steel mills, and 1 wall drill, and I need some frickin' people. This group came back with no one, so I guess we send them back out into the wilderness. The only thing out in the desert. A research station looms in the distance. The only thing out in the desert. So why don't we take you guys, we'll send you for research outpost. Right here. Alright, and that is 40 people on their way back, and sadly only 20 of them can work. You know what, maybe we disband a second scout team for the moment. I think we can do that. Let's go ahead and go over here. Nope, right here. And we will disband you guys for the moment. Scouts number 1. Continue your exploration, and we now have people to put to work. So we are going to turn on the heaters here and get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to turn on oh, actually I got more people than I thought. So let's get that one rolling. We'll leave you off for the time being. And out here on the wall drill, put a max number of people on that, and we're going to take our second coal plant and we're going to get some people going on that. We're going to need to find a few more workers. So where from? Okay, from this coal pile. We'll worry about that again when we have an oversupply of workers. We'll put 1 guy there. We'll put 1 more engineer on this project right here. And okay, what do we got here? Lost refugees. Yes, those are the people I just employed. All right, and we got to find housing for all of these people. So this is why I am... This is the point in the game where you really have to start planning things out and making sure that everything's going to fit together so you don't waste space around your city. Most of what's in this second ring here, down here, is going to have to be rebuilt elsewhere. So what I'm doing now, and we'll see, put some people to work, I'm building a new road out this way. Ooh, and we're 16 hours and counting. So as soon as morning hits... Alright. And we are going to go down to Steam level 1. In fact, let's shut things off for the moment. I don't have any promises I'll be breaking. Alright, and that new road is just about in. So let's go ahead and undo. It's just about in. Let's go ahead and undo this. And I think I have done this properly. Let's go ahead and put a tent right here. Okay, you know what? That road is wrong again. So let's go ahead and do a road that would go like this. Alright, and you guys can see the beginning of how you're going to have to find room for all these people. It is a real challenge. So there you go. Plop another tent right there. And I have the same issue right here. So we want to make sure that there is a road. Let's go in here and remove this one. This is one of the original roads that came off our generator, and that's going to allow us to go 1. Okay, and now we got to get rid of a guard tower. So this is a constant thing as you manage this, guys. I had intended, as I told you, to get rid of that guard tower originally anyway. Okay, and now one more house. Oh, actually, we got shelter for everyone. That's perfect. But how many more are coming on the horizon? Another 20. So let's have a look. You can always check in here. We have 4 vacant beds with 20 people coming, so we will need housing for 20 more, which means this cookhouse is going to have to come out. But for now, I think that's it, guys. I think we have handled, what, 6 of the groups of refugees. We're slowly building our population up, and we have to rescue people. Oh, that's interesting. So next episode, I will make sure we do that. Which is why I recalled one of those scout teams. We can send them right back out now that we have a mission for them. But for now, guys, I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to record another episode. I'm going to edit this one up and see how long it turned out to be. And we will continue our playthrough of the refugees. If you enjoy, click the link on your screen for my terrible playthrough of A New Home, which likely ends in terror. I haven't quite finished it yet, but by the time you're seeing this, it will be done. And let me know. Click the like button. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you prefer this as a edited series versus a live stream. Either way, guys, I'm loving the game, and I'll play just 5 more minutes. Just 5 more minutes, and I will see you in the next episode.